everyone, welcome back. It is my July beauty favorites. Holy mackerel, the summer is literally going by so quickly. Well, it doesn't feel quickly, but whenever I film these videos, I feel like it's quicker. But it's actually felt like a long summer for me, but I have been enjoying every single second of it. I hope you guys have too. So I have a lot of very similar products that I've just kind of been sticking to this summer, and then some new ones that I'm rotating in and out. So I'm going to start off with my main favorite, which is an eyeshadow palette that I feel like I've just really given my heart to, because I feel like there's so many options in it. That's the Jaclyn Hill palette. I know I've been talking about this. All my stuff just like tipped over. I know I've been talking about this a ton, and I kind of mention it in a lot of my favorites. What in the actual crap? I know I mention it in a lot of my favorites videos, and that's because I just have been really trying to give it a lot of love. So today I have on the purple shades in the palette. I use this like blue shade and the purple, and I think one of the transitions. Then I also use this darker shade right here to kind of really deepen things up. It's like a plum, but it's like a blackened plum, so I really love that shade. And then this purple shade, what's it called? Royalty. This is such a beautiful shade. I have this all over my lid, and then I put like a Stila glitter in bronzed bell in the center. I love the color purple. It's probably my favorite color to do like a pop of color with. And so, I mean, look at the pigment on these. It's really incredible. And I love this palette, but I love purples to do that pop of color with, just because I think it plays really well with like greenish eyes. My eyes are like greenish blue, so they kind of switch. And then this shade right here, I think it's called Beam, is like Max Nylon. It's just the most perfect highlight shade. I've really been using this as my highlight color pretty much almost all summer since I got this palette. Since it launched, I just haven't been able to put it down. It's definitely been in my rotation. It just has great shadows. All these neutral shades right here. I know you guys have seen a ton of swatches on it, but all the neutral shades are really, really beautiful. There's a lot of beautiful bronze shades. Plus then you have those colors if you want to try color, which I do. And oh, this color right here, what is this called? Let me look. Creamsicle. This one right here, this like orangey yellowish shade, I use that a ton as a transition because I find it just gives any look a really pretty transition. It's one of those unique colors that I don't think a lot of people gravitate towards at first, but then once you put it on your eye, it just brings a lot to the eye. So if you want to do greens or purples or anything, you have that really pretty transition color. I didn't use it today, but I typically do use it. Why am I always like still doing stuff in the video? But I really love this palette. I know that it sold out again, but she did say that they are going to restock it and that it will be back in stock, and everyone who wants one will be able to get one. So I just think that it's one of those palettes. Now, I'm not like a Morphe affiliate or anything like that, but I did use my friend Stephanie from Babs Beauty's code when I was purchasing the palette. You get 10% off, plus I like to put money in her pocket out of all people, because I feel like she really does a great job at showing swatches, and she's just a really great YouTuber to support. So if you would like to use a code, if you are interested in getting the Jaclyn Hill palette, I will leave my friend Stephanie's code, which is just Babs Beauty, down in the description box below if you are interested. Another palette that I've been using quite consistently throughout, I kind of switch on and off of which palette I'm going to use with the Jaclyn Hill palette, but a palette that I've used quite consistently and I did travel with is this one from Tarte. This is the Clay Play Face Shaping Palette. I really like this because you can use it for your eyebrows, you can use it for your contour, bronzer, you can use it for eyeshadows. So I really love this palette. I use this shade right here as a transition shade. I also use that shade to contour with. This whole palette smells like sweet vanilla. It smells so good. These shades are so in here. The formula of these are so buttery, creamy. They blend out so beautifully. Like I said, this is the perfect contour shade. It's also a great like all over lid shade, crease shade. I love it. And then a lot of times I just do like a simple look. Like I will just use this shade right here also to finish the eye look. I love it. So it's like I don't know, it has a little bit more of some mustardy to it. You can see the different tones. There's just a really great selection, and the formula of these is just really nice. They blend out really well. So if you're looking for a great matte eyeshadow palette with all the browns and neutrals and creams that you would want, plus for your face, this is why it's perfect for traveling. This is such a great palette. I just kind of use it, even though the Jaclyn Hill palette has a lot of transition colors. I use this also for my contour, and then sometimes I'm just throwing it in the crease. If I'm not using the Jaclyn Hill palette, I'm using this as well. I also have been using Dose of Colors Baked Browns palette, but I talked about that in a previous Friday favorites video, but I still am using that in conjunction with the Jaclyn Hill palette as well. I kind of just been playing around with a bunch of different palettes. Consistent palettes throughout the month of July especially has been the Jaclyn Hill palette, and then this one from Tarte. Okay, for a highlight that I have kind of gone back to and rediscovered this month, this is from Pure. I love this. Pure Cosmetics. This is called Afterglow. I think this is a highly underrated highlight. It's so beautiful. It's subtle, but it still gives like a really nice sheen. I feel like if you have mature skin, this isn't something that's like too blinding, too metallic. It's really nice. You can kind of blend it out and give it a softer look. You can build it up with just a more dense brush and give it a more sort of like blinding highlight look, but it's a really nice buildable formula. I love it. I'm wearing it today, but it's this perfect like yellowish, almost like white goldish highlight. It's so pretty. I've been highlighting with this all month long just because it really is such a buttery, smooth formula. I find it stays all day, and it's just one of those highlights that every time I wear it, I get a compliment on it. I feel like it really does give a nice natural glow, but I mean, like I said, you can build it up if you do want a more blinding highlight. So just changing the brush that you do the application with. But I never hear people talk about this highlight, and I just think it is so good. I remember when I first tried it, I was like, where have you literally been my whole life? It's one of those highlights that when I first got it, I didn't put it down for months and months and months. And then now that I kind of like lost it in my drawer, when you get new products, you know, you have love affairs with other products, but you always got to go back to Old Faithful. And that's how I feel about this highlight. So definitely check it out if you are looking for something. And like I said, if you do have more mature skin, I think this one, and then there's Laura Mercier Baked Matte Radiance Highlight. I think that's what it's called, in 01. I think that's the number. That's also a great highlight if you have mature skin, because it's something that's lighter, but it will be able to be built up, and it's not like too metallic, but it does have that gorgeous like glow to it. So that highlighter, and then this one, those are just like some Old Faithfuls for me. Okay, I wear these lashes all the time, and I get a lot of questions from people what lashes I'm wearing. So I just want to say these Salon Perfect lashes, this is in number 615. You can get these at Walmart in bulk. I think it's like $8 for this package right here. How many pairs does it come with? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it says right on there 5 pairs of lashes. Wow, Laura. 5 pairs of lashes. You can reuse these, like if you're careful with peeling the glue off. The band is really, really small, but I find that they're like piecey and fluttery, and they just feel so comfortable on my eyes. They don't weigh anything down. I have smaller eyes, so I have to be very careful with lashes that will like weigh my eyes down. I call them pound puppy eyelashes. Sometimes I see these girls like put on these like caterpillar lashes, and literally it makes the corners of their eyes like droop down. And I know that that's like an issue that I have to be aware of, because I'm always like, you're giving yourself pound puppy eyes, because it's like, whoo, you know, and like, come on, the goal is to be like, you know. So I find that these do not weigh my personal eyes down, except for someone who's probably watching right now is like, but you have pound puppy eyes though. So I don't feel like I do, because they feel so light and fluffy, and these are lashes that I could wear all day long and not find a problem with them. The only problem that I have wearing lashes all day long has nothing to do with the lashes. It has everything to do with the lash glue that I'm using, because if I use the wrong lash glue, I'm not kidding you, it's been like 107 in Texas, and it will heat up any lash glue. Like if you're out, in outside for any amount of time, it will like heat up your lash glue, and then like I have hooded eyes, and then like the lash glue sticks and my eyelid sticks, and it's just like, why did I even bother today? But those lashes just are so comfortable, and I can literally wear them all day long as it's not 107 out and I'm not outside. That's the story. Before I end with some lip products, I do have some skincare products that I have been trying out recently. This is from The Ordinary. These are both from The Ordinary, and these were like under $10 each. So The Ordinary skincare, if you guys haven't heard of it, which I'm sure a lot of you have, but it is a super affordable skincare. I am like, how do you guys do this? I guess they just don't put very much, I mean, like the formulas are formulas that work, and it's affordable, and I mean, I don't know how they get away with like having such great formulation. Like it says clinical formulas with integrity. And I really feel like these are products that I see results from, and they're under $10 each. So, I mean, drugstore prices. You can't find them at the drugstore. I got mine from beautylish.com, but this one is the high strength vitamin and mineral blemish formula. It's called, I'm not even gonna say this right, NIACINAMIDE and ZINC 1%. So this says apply to entire face morning and evening before heavier creams. So I've been using this, and I just noticed the texture of my skin is better. I'm having less sort of like breakouts. And then I've also been using this for brightening my skin. I have several like, what is it called? Melasma? I feel like I'm not saying that right. You know, like little spots, like I have one, right here on my forehead, just like age spots, and I'm trying to use this for brightening some of my skin areas and just helping with my complexion, these two together. So this is called the AZELAIC Acid Suspension 10% Multifunctional Brightening Formula. So this is avoid contact with eyes and use sun protection during the day. I always do that. So I've been using these two together every single night, and I really love them. So I just wanted to let you guys know, if you're someone who's searching for some affordable skincare, you really do want to take care of your skin, this is something that isn't going to break the bank, but you're going to be able to try maybe a bunch of different formulas to find out something that works for you, because I think like one of these is like $5 and the other one's like $7.99. I mean, literally you can't beat those prices. Okay, I'm gonna go on to some lip products. This month I talked about this, I think in a favorites video, but I literally can't stop, won't stop. So this is the Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask. I've been snapping about it and talking about it. This is one of my favorite lip masks that I've ever found. Now, I heard about this from my friend Dana, and she always has like Korean or Asian skincare lines way before other people. She's half Korean, so she gets things like her mom tries like amazing skincare and will tell her about it, or she just knows more things because she has access to them a little bit more, and she knows that they work, so she's like ahead of the game. I mean, let's be real, that's the truth. So she's like super ahead of the game in skincare products that are amazing. So she had this like a year or more ago, and was like, I was over at her house, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this smells amazing. And she's like, I know how much you love your lip balms, you have to try it out. It literally smells like strawberries and papaya. It just smells so sweet and fruity, but not like a fake scent. But it is such a great lip mask. It just feels, let me just show you what it looks like. It just feels super duper hydrating. You get a lot of product in here. And I saw that a lot of people have been talking about it now because it just recently came to Sephora. Because I was like, wait, why is this being so much talked about? But she gave me this for my birthday, so it just came to Sephora, and it's $20 at Sephora. But if you get it from Amazon, you can get it for like $13. So just a heads up, if you do want to try it, check Amazon because they're selling it cheaper. But this is a great, super hydrating lip mask, and it just makes your lips nice and soft. It smells really good, and it stays on your lips all night long. Okay, last, I'm going to talk about a few products that well, one of these I talked about, I think in my last video, but I really still been wearing the same lip combo a lot this month, which is the Charlotte Tilbury lip liner, or It Cosmetics lip liner that I've been talking about, which I'm going to do a full video on the It Cosmetics lip liners because they're so incredible. And then that Very Victoria lipstick from Charlotte Tilbury. I think I've been talking about that like way too much. But I know I talked about these. These are the Maybelline Superstay Matte Inks in my last video. I love these. Maybe it was like last month's favorites video, but I can't get away from wearing them. This one is Loyalist, and this is, I do have some of that in the center of my lips today. I love these. These stay on my lips. They don't get goopy. I just really like the way that they wear. I like the way that they smell. I like their applicator. So this shade is like the perfect like peachy nude shade, and I just really, like I said, love the formula. I find that they wear really well. I put on a lip liner with them, and they're just such a beautiful color. Sometimes I top them since they are matte. Sometimes I will top them with a gloss. But if I don't, I mean, regardless, they stay all day. If you're looking for a great red, this is called Pioneer. I love this shade. Sometimes when I'm not going to do very much, just some lashes and a red lip will like make you feel like you're alive again. Is really, really beautiful, and I just love a good red shade. Like I said, they do have an orangey red shade. They have pink, I think this one right here, this pink shade too. This is in Dreamer. These are all just like really great, and these two neutral shades are super wearable. One's more peach, and then Dreamer right here is more pink. But again, like, I just love the formula of these. I think I heard they got a bad rap, and I was like, why? These are so, so good, and they wear, and they just feel really, really comfortable on the lips. Okay, the last lip product that I'm going to talk about, this is from Dose of Colors. This is more of a drying, like, stiffer matte lipstick, but I really, really like the shade. It's in the color Toast. So this is it all the way rolled down. As you can see, like, this much lipstick sticks up, so you have to be really careful when you're putting the cap on that you don't completely like take off the lipstick. But I do have this color on first, and then I put a little bit of that matte ink in Loyalist in the center, and this is just a really beautiful shade that's like a warm, neutrally caramely, sort of like brownish nude. That was a lot of descriptiveness to this shade, but I really, really like it. It's a great everyday color. It's nice and matte, but it's still creamy, but it's more of a stiffer formula. So when you are putting it on, I think that does help to keep it on the lips longer, because I don't find that these wear off very easily. But this is just a really great formula. I like it a lot, and especially in this color Toast, I've been wearing it a lot. I totally forgot to talk about one more face product. I just saw this, the Born This Way. This is the Ethereal setting powder. I love this stuff. This is really great for setting the face, setting the under eyes. It gives a really nice look. It's light. I feel like it doesn't get like crusty or cakey. It's just, I even really appreciate and love the packaging. The packaging has this like sort of lip right here, and then all the product comes right here. You can kind of shake it out and put it back in there, but then close the lid, which I really do like. This is just a really great, nice, light setting powder that I find brightens and sets and does a really great job. So I have been using it so much recently. I took it with me on my trip because it's just that easy, like I know I can count on it type of product. That is it for my July favorites. Hopefully you guys had a wonderful month. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel below so that you don't miss a video, and leave some of your favorites down below. You guys know that I love to hear them. I will see you all in the next video. Mwah.